Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a topic that's probably on a lot of our minds, AI, specifically how it's showing up in veterinary medicine. But you can forget all those sci-fi movies. The real story here isn't about replacing vets. It's actually about protecting them. So let's get right to it. Is an AI going to be treating your pet? Look, the short answer is a hard no. But it's a fair question, right? There's so much hype and, frankly, a little bit of fear out there. So what we're going to do is cut through all that noise and see what's really going on when this tech walks in the door of your local vet clinic. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to start by busting some myths. There's just so much chatter around AI, and we need to separate what's just fiction from what this technology is actually designed for in the first place. All right, myth number one, and this is the big one. AI is here to take people's jobs. The reality? Totally different. The whole point isn't to make talented receptionists or vet techs obsolete, not at all. Think of it as a tool, one that's built specifically to support them, to take some of that heavy lifting off their shoulders so they can focus on what really truly matters. And that brings us to another huge fear, doesn't it? This idea of a cold, heartless algorithm making life or death calls for our pets. But again, the fact is, these systems are built to organize information, not to pass judgment. What they do is process incoming calls really fast, flag things that might be a concern, but, and this is the crucial part, the final decision always stays with a trained human professional. Always. So you might be thinking, if AI isn't replacing people, then what's it even for? What problem is it solving? Well, this is where the story gets incredibly important. This tech is being rolled out to tackle a massive, systemic crisis in the vet world. And that crisis has one name: burnout. This quote right here, it just cuts right to the heart of it. The problem isn't the people. Vets, vet techs, CSRs, these are some of the most dedicated and compassionate people you'll ever meet. But the system they're working in, it's just overwhelming them. We're talking long hours, incredible emotional stress, and a volume of cases that is just pushing people right to their breaking point. And you can really feel the emotional reality of this, especially for the folks at the front desk. The source material even used some song titles to describe it, like Feeling Gaslit or Hoping You Don't Fade Away. I mean, that tells you everything, doesn't it? It says so much about what the front desk staff, the CSRs, are going through every single day. They are on the absolute front lines, handling these incredibly intense situations, and so often they're left feeling misunderstood and just completely undervalued. So this is where AI comes in. The whole idea is that it can act like a shield. Think about it. By taking on some of that admin load, it helps reduce burnout. By systematically checking for symptoms on a call, it helps make sure no red flags get missed. It gives those overwhelmed CSRs the backup they desperately need and helps create some clear boundaries, freeing them up to focus on the pets and the people who are right there in front of them. And that leads us to a really important idea: how this tech actually partners up with people. It's not about handing over control at all. It's about creating a smarter, more sustainable way to work. And the model for this has a name. It's called human in the loop. So what does that actually mean? It's a pretty key concept, really. A human in the loop system is one where the tech is basically an assistant. That's it. It can process data, it can ask the standard questions, it can summarize information, but it always defers to a human for the actual decision. The person is and always will be the one in charge, period. Okay, so let's walk through what this looks like in the real world. A pet owner calls in and they're worried. The AI might help guide them through some initial questions, the same stuff a person would ask. But here's the cool part. It then neatly packages all that info for the CSR and flags anything that looks concerning. From there, the CSR takes over completely, using their experience, their gut feeling, their empathy, to decide what the next step is. The AI is basically doing the paperwork, which frees up the human to actually provide the care. So, what does this all boil down to? What does it mean for our pets and for us as owners? Well, it all leads to one really simple but really powerful outcome. And here it is. This is the bottom line. When the staff is supported, they can give better, more focused care. It's that simple. Protecting vets and their teams from burnout isn't just some HR thing. It's a quality of care thing. A team that isn't totally stressed out and exhausted is a team that can be more present, more focused, and way more effective. So better support for them means better care for our animals. It's a direct line. And that really leaves us with a final question to chew on. We spend so much time worrying that technology is going to make us less personal, less, well, human. But what if, in fields like this one, its real purpose is the total opposite? What if, by taking on all the robotic, repetitive stuff, AI actually frees us up to do the things that only humans can do? You know, to listen with real empathy, to apply that nuanced judgment that comes from experience, and to provide truly compassionate care.